Howdy y'all, Marty Smith here from ESPN.
Wait.
Oh, you can't hide money, big boy.
Taking one of these watches, man. You got enough watches. Take this watch.
Peyton Manning, Super Bowl champion. We'll get to that in a minute. Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Wherever you are.
You didn't make that one easy.
No.
But you did it.
How could they possibly resist? That must be my southern charm.
All right, here's your winner. You can't pay for that, Entertainment America.
Live here on Lake Norman, just north of Charlotte. Extremely busy schedule. I'm always on the run, running to events, interviewing the biggest athletes in the world about the amazing accomplishments they have between the lines. But this boat right here, my Starcraft Pontoon, allows me to unplug from it all in a way nothing else does. Come on, I'll show you around. The front compartment is where my daughters love to hang out. I have two daughters, Mia and Vivian. One sits here, one sits here. They bathe in the sun and they love to relax right there. This is the driver compartment. This is my remote office. This is my domain. I love it. I love everything about it. Love all the instrumentation that I have at my disposal with the SimRad. All of the mechanism is right here, easily reachable from the driver compartment. And as always, Eric Church is playing on the radio. Back here is where my son Cameron loves to hang out, where the music is the loudest. I don't know if you guys saw this beauty. She'll get up and go too.
Hi guys, my name is Nate Barrett from Smokercraft here. Today I'm with Marty Smith from ESPN, and we're just going to be asking him a few questions about why he loves his Starcraft and any other boating related questions. So Marty, we were sitting here kind of talking about country music and everything. It seems to be a pretty big part of your life along with boating. Just firing right off the bat here, what's your favorite song to listen to when you're on the boat?
So there's a couple, both by the same artist. Eric Church is a great friend of mine, someone that's had an incredible influence on my life and in a lot of different ways. And I marvel at his writing talent. And during COVID, back in 2020, it was the first time in my adult life that I'd ever been home for any appreciable amount of time, because with my job at ESPN, I go to events, I cover events, I go on the road to do feature pieces and profile pieces on people and events. And so I live on airplanes.
Yeah.
But during COVID, I had to be still. And Lainey, my wife, and I were very intentional about the blessing of that time.
Certainly.
Both with one another and with our children. And one of the ways that we were able to do that is our Starcraft Pontoon. We would get on the boat and go out here, throw the anchor and sit, and Lainey and I would have a couple cocktails and kids would swim and I would take them around. As you can see, I still have the ski pole up there.
Yeah.
Love to tube. And Eric sent me a song during COVID that had not yet come out. It's called Hell of a View.
Wow.
And that song, in that moment in time where we were being so intentional with time, because time is our most precious resource, Nate.
Absolutely.
You can't manufacture it, you can't get it back, and you can't stop it. And so that song is so precious to my family. And when I hear it, I'm on that boat out here in this, out here in the channel with my family. And so that one's very, very sweet to me. And the other one's drink in my hand. Because,
oh, I'm sure.
Because we like to have a couple.
Well, that's absolutely what we love to hear, you know, and that's fantastic to hear that, you know, during COVID, you're able to get out there, because I know a lot of people did that during lockdown, and it really helped, you know, get people outside and everything. So I guess following up to that question
also, sorry to interrupt.
No.
Boating specifically. During that time when we were in lockdown, people bought RVs, people bought smoker grills, people bought boats.
Absolutely.
And it was a way to disconnect from that reality and build those memories that are so precious. And
Certainly.
it was a very difficult time for all of us, but those of us who had the blessing of the water, it was such a wonderful way to have precious moments within a real hard time for a lot of people.
Oh, I couldn't have said it better myself. I myself with my family did the same and feel the same way. And I guess piggybacking off of that, what is your favorite memory out on the water, on your boat? You know, is there a specific day that comes to mind or a specific time that you guys did something very memorable?
Well, there are many, but it's hard.
I know it's hard to choose, and I'm putting you on the spot here.
No, I got a funny one. Actually, a couple summers ago, my sister-in-law, my wife is one of 6.
Oh, wow.
And her youngest sister was getting married and chose to have her bachelorette party here in our house right there. And her and her girlfriends came down here and stayed for a week. I flew down just to be their captain.
Wow.
On the boat.
Pretty nice.
There is a sandbar if you go out our cove right behind us, and over caddy corner to the right over there's an island, a big sandbar, and that's a place where everybody goes and ties up, enjoys their time together, music and whatnot. And so they wanted to do that. So we go out there and I'm watching the radar and I'm like, ladies, we got to go.
Yeah.
Like, we got to get out of here. There's a thunderstorm coming. Thunderstorm. We were beached on that sandbar, and I said to one of the girls that was, I got to go get these girls because they were off having a good time. And I'm watching this storm. Actually, it was coming from over there. I'm watching this storm just do this, and come right down my cove to where we were. It's kind of like, oh man,
this is going to be a fun one.
Long story short, finally got them all on the boat. And it was raining sideways.
Oh my gosh.
I had to get the cover down. Got the cover down. And Nate, I had that thing pinned as hard as it would go. And it felt like BBs were hitting us in the face.
That hard, huh?
My anxiety was so high. But I get everybody back here.
Yeah.
I get the girls all inside. I get the boat under the dock here, get it on the lift, and I laid down right over there and I just said, Jesus, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anybody who has any boating experience has been in those moments where that storm pops up out of nowhere, and if you don't know what you're doing, it can be a bad day.
It can turn from a good day.
Safety's so important, dude.
Absolutely.
But that memory stands out because we've had a lot of laughs about it in the aftermath. But, you know, there's another one that stands out to me too. The previous week, my sister-in-law kind of broke this thing into 2 parts. There was family and then there was friends. And when we had all of our family here to celebrate her, we anchored in a cove over here, one of my favorite places to anchor and hang out. And everybody was in the lake. The tunes were bumping. That's one thing that's so great about Starcraft. Mine's a tri-tune. The sound system is out of this world. And to be bobbing in the water on our floats and have our favorite music play and in fellowship with one another, it's as good as it gets.
Absolutely. I can certainly attest to that as well. I mean, there's nothing that beats a great day out on the water with your family, listening to some of your favorite music, like you've said. So yeah, we love that you love our product and have so many great testimonies to it. I guess another question as well that we kind of had coming up was, how do you see the similarities between the sports world and the boating world?
Community.
Community?
It's all about community. What makes both of those communities so special is the opportunity to gather.
Certainly.
And we're made to gather.
Yeah.
And experience. And when you go out on the water, you're invariably going to have a moment with another boater. And I have a great one for you. And this is an indictment against this is me not paying attention.
No worries.
I had my daughters out out here. And again, we love to have my kids on the rafts and tube. And so I took a moment to stop for a second because my daughter had gotten thrown off, and I was waiting on her to swim back, and she was out there. So I made the mistake of, what am I about to say? I have a line out in the water. I put it in reverse.
Yep. Happens.
Went straight into the prop. So I had a little bit of a conundrum. I'm like, okay, it's all right. I killed the boat. I jumped in.
Just going tight.
And I'm trying to get the line out of the prop. Can't do it. I'm like, I got to cut this line. I had no knife. And this is the boating community encapsulated, Nate. A group of young people on their own boat came by. They were probably 100 yards away. They went by us, waved, and I kind of did one of these.
Yeah.
And they whipped a U and came right back to me, and they were like, you okay? I'm like, you guys happen to have a knife? And they were like, we do. I said, I'm tied up in the prop here, made a mistake. And guess what they did? These two young men, they didn't just hand me their knife. They jumped in the water, and they helped me cut the line, and got back on their boat and said, you good? Yep, have a great day. And that's the boating community, people helping people, right?
Absolutely.
And that's a beautiful energy. Now you juxtapose that with the sporting world. If you love random school, the University of Tennessee, the tailgate before the game, the community within the game, everybody kind of pulling in the same direction. It's a beautiful energy of togetherness.
Certainly.
And that to me is that link between the two worlds. And it's just a beautiful energy, and I get to live in it all the time. It's a wonderful thing.
It's awesome. I mean, so well said, so well spoken about that too, because I certainly see what you're saying, you know, having these two communities and having, you know, people who are looking out for one another and there in the community is such a big thing.
And enjoying that like-minded energy.
Absolutely.
The same goes, I say all the time, man, there are three places that we gather where in a world where a lot of times it's opposing.
Correct.
People are pulling in that same direction, in that same energy, anchored in that moment together. Church, music, and sports.
Certainly.
And you can add this to it. It's just awesome.
Could not agree more. I mean, being out there with your family, with friends, and it pulls strangers together.
It does.
And I think that's one of the coolest things about Starcraft and the Smokercraft Incorporated industry as well. And what we have is that we also have a brand of boats that are pulled together by family. Because I don't know if you know this, but Smokercraft is very much family centered.
Oh, I know. I've been to the headquarters.
Okay, so you're very familiar then.
I had the blessing a couple years ago. I was invited up there to address the group and shared a little bit about my story and my journey and stories that had impacted my life deeply. And I said afterwards to the executive staff there at Smokercraft, Doug, Peter, everybody involved there, that I was so impressed with the culture. It's a beautiful culture. And culture, what is culture? Culture is the energy that everyone walks around in every day, in every corner of the building, in every corner of the company. It is the way people treat one another. It is the messaging from the top reaching everybody in the company. And are they living it? Are they consuming it and absorbing it? Or is it just going in one ear and out the other? And it was so obvious to me that the culture at Smokercraft, at Starcraft, is within every person there.
Absolutely.
And that's rare, man. That's a beautiful testament to what that company is and the product that they build.
Absolutely. It's like you said, it's a very, very beautiful thing that is rare to find. And I think what makes every boat that we build so special is there's a piece of that in that, is that everyone there loves the product, loves what they're doing, and wants to provide those moments for people out on the water. And that's one thing that I hear time and time again is that, you know, I wouldn't send this boat out if I wouldn't like it myself. and there's so much care and compassion behind it. You can't help but feel that when you step onto one of the boats, and it's really cool to hear you recognize that and really talk about it too.
I saw
It's
it.
really
I saw it
cool.
myself. I mean, I went into one of the manufacturing bays, and watching the craftsmanship of somebody actually make that tune, I was completely blown away,
Yeah.
because it's a piece of art, and the care that those gentlemen, those men and women, put into their craft, literally,
Yes.
is a remarkable thing to witness.
It really is, and we would love to have you up again if possible, you know, and everything. But like you said, really witnessing people physically crafting these beautiful boats, and like you said, like there's a gift to it, and we're really proud of our employees and of everyone who makes getting just a boat out on the water and having fun. So with that, I guess I'll transition into this next question. It's an easy one, but maybe not so easy depending on how you look at it. But what's your favorite part of the boat itself? You have a nice tri-tune over here. Out of the whole boat, it's kind of a weird question, but what's your favorite?
It's certainly a multi-tiered answer. I love, like a lot of my neighbors have wake boats. They take, go out with their family and wakeboard and all of that. We're a little more of a chill type of family.
Absolutely.
And I love the ease, like the mechanism on the boat, the driving mechanism is so well done. It's an easy boat to drive. That doesn't mean you don't have to pay attention and have care. You have to be so aware out there. But I do love that. And the Simrad unit allows you every single piece of telemetry and data that you could ever want. It warns you what's coming. It's your depth. It shows you what's around you. And I love that too. And damn, it's comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, you can put 12 people on this boat. You could put more, but don't. 12 people on this boat, and everybody's comfortable. You can see behind us. I mean, the upholstery is fantastic. The color scheme is absolutely beautiful. I love this gray, all of this gray and the black. I thought it was so beautiful. I've had a couple different Starcraft pontoons. I've had a brown motif.
Yeah.
I love the gray and black. It's just so sharp. And so I would say that's probably my favorite part. It's hard to choose, like picking a kid.
Yeah, it's
But
really
it's
is.
it's just a fantastic unit. I love everything about it.
That's great.
And I love the stereo.
Yeah.
I'm a music guy.
Me too.
Rarely, unless I'm doing an interview, I got music on.
Well, we're about to do a walkthrough here in a few minutes, so we can definitely get some music going to show the audience and everything. So
Good job.
thank you, Marty. We appreciate it and everything. And yeah, now we're gonna get on the water here and let's see what this boat can do. After all this talk, we gotta be able to show it off, you know?
I'm excited to show you guys Lake Norman.
All right.
It's a beautiful place to live. We're so grateful to be here. And man, it's a beautiful lake. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it. We are at your favorite place on the lake, the sandbar here. Tell us a little bit about it, about what happens when you bring your family here and everything. And
So we live right over there. We come out our cove and come right over here to the sandbar. This island is basically hangout party central on Lake Norman. And people will beach their boats. You can see one beached over there. People come out here with their families. They come out here with their friends. And everybody ties up. And they basically, what ends up happening is they almost create a boat arena.
yeah,
And music's playing and people are grilling, and it's just such a wonderful time of fellowship with your family and friends. And we love to come out here and do that. It's great.
that's great. We love to hear that.
It's
and
just
we love
the coolest.
It's the testament to it, yeah.
And you can see, I mean, it's beautiful.
It really is.
It's a beautiful place to unwind, to get away, to unplug in a world that doesn't allow that a lot.
Certainly. I certainly agree with that. And I think one thing too, and maybe you're able to testify to this as well, I think that a lot of the layout of how the boats are designed allow for there to be family time, like kind of how we are like right now with the
No doubt.
with the loungers.
You can see here on my Starcraft Pontoon, there's so much space to hang out, throw an anchor, listen to music. And then the deck. I love the deck too, because if you're swimming, you have the ladder back there, jump in, you can just hang out right there, feet in the water if you want to. It's just so fun. And there's so many different places to hang out. A lot of times, the ladies don't want to talk about sports. They don't want to hear the guys talk about sports, so they'll hang out up front. We're hanging out back here, having a great meal, a couple beers. So good.
That's hard to beat. Really hard to beat. You're really selling it for me too.
I mean it. It's just such a great way to be together. You know, like my kids are so busy. Lainey and I are so busy that when we can get everybody in this same place, it's just a great place to hear. Shut your mouth, open your ears, listen to what your kids are talking about. You can be so in tune with their lives, and it's just so nice to have that.
That's so great to hear. And it's so great that we're able to be a part of that, you know, provide a platform and something for you to be out there with your family making these memories is so awesome.
And if you haven't experienced boating, if you're someone that is intrigued by experiencing boating, go and try it. There's so many opportunities on lakes like Lake Norman where you can go try a boat. I know you guys will take people out.
Certainly.
You'll take them out, have a little test run. You can see all the amenities on the boat, and you can see that energy.
Yeah.
Again, it goes back to that energy for me, that energy of those people over there playing in the water, having a good time on a beautiful spring day. It's the best.
It's unbelievable. And I guess going back to that sports aspect of everything, what is your guys' favorite sport to do on this boat in terms of water sports?
Tubing.
Tubing?
If that's a sport.
I will call that a sport.
I mean, for the Smiths, that's definitely a sport because it's a sport for me to try to throw my kids off. We have all kinds of different tubes, different options, and we tie it off to the ski pole there and whip them around the water. Right out here is the best place to do it, in fact. And, you know, so many people on our lake love to wakeboard. I enjoy that very much. Other members of my family, not so much. But yeah, man, there's every kind of water sport out here on the lake.
That's so great.
And these boats allow for it. I mean, that engine on this boat, we could ski for sure.
Oh, yes.
We could ski
definitely.
even on a Tritoon.
Really. And that's what's so great about this is the versatility too. Like you can ski, you can tube, you can come out here, enjoy the water. And I think you've said that perfectly here.
We'll pack meals.
Yeah.
We'll pack dinner and just hop on the boat and come out here and have dinner. I mean, you can see this table. There's so many cup holders, imperative. It is so great to have all of those opportunities for fellowship together, and we love doing that.
Well, I love to hear that. And, you know, your testament has been great to that and everything. So thank you very much, Marty, for coming out here and showing us your little secret spot. And glad we could enjoy it and really see what you've been talking about here.
Thank you guys for coming out. You'll have to come back so we can actually do it.
Well, I'm a little nervous because I don't know if I want to get behind the boat if you're pulling me tubing from what I've been hearing. But we'd love to come back and enjoy this with you. So thank you again, Marty.
Pleasure's mine. Thank you guys.
All right.